Okay, so today is June 15th, and give you a quick update. You guys seen me harvest the purple cosmic carrots, and now you can see the top of the tower is just about completely gone. I did, however, leave this little guy here and this little guy right here because they weren't quite ready. They got a bit yet to go, so we're gonna let them grow. The nasturtiums here, or no, those are not nasturtiums. Those are, brain just farted, I gotta look at the tag. They are our zinnias, that's what they are. So these are our zinnias, and I'll shimmy them around just a hair. You can see our broccoli is got a leaf eater on it and doesn't have a head yet. We're still waiting for a head on that. And this one's a little behind. So we're not sure what's going on with that. Our green onions and scallions. These are actually our red scallions down there. They're about ready to be pulled. But these are our zinnias in the green tower. And you can see that the zinnias are practically on steroids here. I mean, they're so big and bushy, and I just kind of crinkled that guy. I watered him earlier. That one looks like he's probably going to snap off. Yeah, you can see him. He's the other side of, there you go, if it'll focus in. That's the other side of the flower that fell off, because they are so big and so thick and heavy. And if you can zoom in right there, let's see if I can show you that little critter. He's hiding from the camera. See him? There he is. Sneaky little critter. There he is. Can you see him? Yep, he's going to hide from the camera. But that's one of the critters that likes to attack your crops. But you can see the zinnias are just booming. Amazing. Like I said, it looks like they're on steroids here in this Garden Tower Project 2 compared to these zinnias, which are a lot smaller, but they have already bloomed. A couple of these I'm going to have to deadhead because they're about done. Stop it, Chance. And here's the other zinnia. When I watered it with the hose, and it was so big. You can see how it's still pretty big. And this was 2 days ago. I watered it 2 days ago, and the hose was strong, and watered it and knocked it off. So it kind of got knocked off. That little sprout there got knocked off too. I just popped it off. But it's okay. They're doing their job. They're attracting all of the pests and parasites and all the fun stuff that you really don't want on your crops. There's the other zinnias in the Mr. Stacky, and they're doing pretty good too, but definitely not on steroids. And they're not really on steroids. It's just because the Garden Tower Project 2 has compost and does have the worms in it, so it's going to have a lot more nutrients and everything than these guys. And I was watering all of these other towers with the water drainage from the grow tower, except for it was a little rich and started burning some of the crops. You can see the parsley's doing good. This lettuce is doing good. Onions are still doing good, but that's not the purpose of this video. You can see we've got this here guy, and the California poppies are just about done popping, but I'm waiting to see if I can get some seeds out of them. Spinach just bolted and started to flower. A lot of stuff is bolting and starting to flower. Oh, and you get to see for the first time, because I just noticed this, that the nasturtiums have a bud. So it's taken them a while to grow, and this is the chamomile. But the nasturtium, it has taken the nasturtiums a little while longer than usual to start growing, and the sun here and the heat has been so bad that it's crazy. But I want to get you a quick update and then show you what we're harvesting today. So real quick update, since you guys have been watching, you've been watching those pumpkins growing, and I'm a hot mess today because it's first thing in the morning. So let's turn you around and show you the Little Jack pumpkins and their success so far. Here's our peppermint, still doing good. And this is one I plucked out of the front yard, and it hasn't bolted yet. It'll be a little while. Here is our Little Jack pumpkins. And if you can see, there he is. He's about the size of a quarter now. There's another little guy down there. Now, some of these blooms are not being fertilized, and some of them are. Here's our store-bought yellow onions. One of them is still doing good. The other one has now bolted, and the bees have been feeding on it for the last couple of days. So it's getting nice and fertilized and everything, and then it'll actually put off seeds. So I'll put a little bag of some sort, one of them little jewelry bags on it, and try and save some of the seeds when it starts to go. And this is the other pumpkin. Now, we do not have any pumpkins that I have noticed yet on here, but it keeps putting off lots of buds. And there are bees. I just seen a bee go into that flower. So there are bees that are fertilizing these. Doing pretty good for the most part. Here's the other. Okay, these are our cucumbers. Look right down there. Oh, looky there. Can you see them? Here, let me see if I can put my little bag down. There's our cucumber. He's doing really good. And we got a couple of other ones that lots of flowers growing. Got them growing up the fence because the trellis wasn't doing so good. You can see all these little ones. They've already been fertilized. Here's some more cucumbers. Lots of flowers on them. Lots of them have already been fertilized. I've been picking off all these little yellow leaves just to make sure that we don't get any powdery mildew or mold or anything like that, because they are similar to a tomato. So there's another little guy growing. There's another little guy down there. He's going to get big and fat. There's our other one. We'll be harvesting him before too long. Lots of flowers, lots of progress. Doing pretty well. But the reason I brought you out here today is because last night I noticed there's some thing that needs to be harvested so it can put off more. Our peas are not doing too good. Here are our purple tomatillos. You can see the tomatillos are forming, and they're doing pretty good, so that's exciting. Here's our Thai basil. These in here, everybody, are my favorite. This is the very first thing, got a weed in there, sorry. Very first thing that I started growing, and these all came back from last year. This was actually, this pot was actually our sacrifice pot. And I had this in the front yard to deter all the critters from the rest of mine. But these are yellow husk cherry tomatoes. They're a very sweet tomato. And you can see we've got lots of them. So I'm going to have to get some pots and repot them. Here's the other Thai basil. And you can see in there, we got some husk tomatoes in there as well. I think there's 3 in here. So they're doing pretty good. Thai basil is bolted and doing really good. Hoping for that to self-seed in these pots to keep growing, to keep all the critters off of my cherry tomatoes. Here is my peas. This guy is not doing too good. And you see I put these water bottles in here to try and keep the soil wet because they're really rough. This is the peas that I harvested 4 pods off of. It was amazing, so I'm hoping that they'll keep growing. This guy here is still trying to survive, and he's putting off flowers, so I'm hoping to get some more peas. This here is the leftover radish. It is bolted, so I'm hoping to get some seeds off of that. But the key, the whole purpose today is these guys. And these are my greeny beanies. So we are going to harvest some green beans. And so let's see, you around and see if I can stick you. Oh, I might be able to stick you right there in that pot. Okay, and so here's the green bean in my hand, and it's going to be kind of difficult. Here, let me show you this one. This one's a fat one. Here's our green bean, and it's got a little stem all the way down here. I don't know if you can see this. So we're just going to clip it off right here. Below its stem. Now usually they hang, so it's right above the top of it. You just clip that off because I don't have fingernails right now. So we're going to go ahead, and that was a good sized fat one. A couple of these are still smaller, but you want to harvest them as soon as they get pretty good size. You know, you don't want them ginormous. You want to harvest them early so that they keep putting off flowers and put off more green beans. And so since I seen that we had a couple of beans really doing good, like this one that you can't see through the weeds or through the leaves, we're just going to harvest a couple of these bigger, longer ones. And that way we can still get more out of this plant. Because this is actually where the seeds are to regrow them. So if you take the seeds off, then it says, the plant itself says, oh no, we don't have any seeds growing. We need seeds to survive. So it will put off more green beans. And that's exactly why you come through and you check your greeny beanie bush and see what you got. Check out the size of them. You don't want to be greedy, especially when it's your first couple of harvests. You know, the first couple of times, they don't need to be ginormous. Like, here's the competition. Here's the great big one, the very first one you just see me clip, compared to this one. They don't have to be big. They just have to be good size so that you can pluck them and keep the plant producing more. And that's exactly what we're doing today, is we're just coming through here, plucking a couple of these that I think are, oh, let's see, they're about finger length. Yeah, they're about finger length. If you match up my finger, they're about finger length. Not real fat. The first one was pretty fat, but, you know, they don't have to be huge. They're green beans, for crying out loud. And you want to get a good harvest. So you want to continue. There's a achy stem there that's dead and yellow. The heat, as you can see, has really been doing a number on our crops. We have gotten this bad heat wave the last couple of days. And now we're in the low to mid 90s, which is hard on our crops. We got a little leaf eater in here too. Why don't you go hop away somewhere? There we go. So, yeah, there's not a lot that I'm harvesting today. And I'll zoom in so you can see a couple more of the green beans forming. Here you can see. There you go. See, those are just starting. Some of them are little bitty tykes. Some of them, that one looks like a critter ate it. So, we might as well go ahead and clip that guy off, because a critter ate it. Okay, but you can see some of them are still forming. Here's some buds. We've got some little bitty ones in there just starting to grow. Some other ones that are getting a little bit bigger. So they're not all ready to harvest. And like I said, between the heat and the lovely little critters that have all of a sudden showed up, especially because I had to move it. You can see these guys here. They're really bad yellow, but I did just water everybody. So here's our harvest. Oh, let's get the scissors out of there. Here's our cute little harvest. Not much, but still something. And so that's basically what we're doing. Is you just come out to the garden every day. You check on things. You know, you got to watch them and keep your eyes open. See how things are going. A lot of things are doing okay still. Some things are not. A lot of our lettuce has went to bolt, like those guys there. Those were the ones that I saved when I thinned them out the very first time. And you can see I put them in this pot to save them so we could still get a harvest. And now you can see they're all going to flower and bolting. So now the leaves are going to be a bit tart. You can still eat those leaves, but they are going to have a little bit of a different flavor, a little more tart and not so sweet. But you can still eat them. But I just figured since I was coming out to harvest some of these cute little green beans, I would go ahead and give you a quick update, show you how things are going. A lot of it, because of how excruciating our heat is went to bolt. And I did not explain this when I first started the video, so let's go ahead and zoom you around again. And okay, so this is the top of the tower, and yes, there's paper on it. The reason for that is because this morning, just this morning before I started this video, I went ahead and I replanted more purple cosmic carrot seeds. And with a carrot seed, you have to cover it, and since I'm not going to put cardboard on here, I just put some paper over the seeds, watered them in real good. The paper's also going to help so that the sun doesn't deplete the soil too much of all of its nutrients. And you can see there's little bumblebees, and there's a little flying critter there. I mean, we've got them everywhere. Everybody's happy, and they're sharing their pollen and doing their thing. But, yeah. Figured I'd give you a quick update since I had to harvest a couple of these green beans and show you how things are doing. So, like I said, today is June 15th. It's a Saturday, 2024. A lot of this stuff I've harvested and I've let go to flower. And now I'm waiting for the seed pods to dry out and hopefully can harvest some of the seeds. And that way we have more seeds for next year. And yeah, we got to harvest some more of those short and sweets because the sun is just, the heat is killing everything. But it's okay, we're doing well. So anyways, that's an update. There's our greenie beanies. And so if you are enjoying my videos, make sure to give them a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm going to have to brush my hair, just kind of put it up to get out here. And it's hotter than the dickens, so. But definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you can see all the other videos and keep track of everything. I know a lot of people flip through and don't subscribe. Please take the time to subscribe. It really does make a difference. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I always like to hear what other people are doing and saying, what you think of things. Tell me, what are you guys growing right now? How is the progress for you guys? Where are you at and what are you growing? How's the progress? Here in eastern Tennessee, it's hotter than a hornet's ass end, and we're basically into summer already. So now's the time to get in all the hot season plants. Start growing them. These were all the summer crops, and so we're gonna finish them off, and then we'll start on some hot season crops. The tomatoes and the peppers have not done good. They didn't take yet, so I'll probably reseed a bunch of those and see what we can get out of that. But just remember, I appreciate you guys all watching and following. Like and subscribe. Leave comments or questions below. Remember, you are someone. You do matter. I love you. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.